said. She grabbed my hand, girls ran through, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm weak, I guess she tweet, I guess she confessed. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best it gets, spontaneous, I stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as a rise like fireworks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to After the Storm. I'm your host, Matt Clark. Of course, tonight we're talking about the Thunder versus the Utah Jazz. Tonight, just got home from the game with my boy Randy Wright, which, of course, I'm going to have to throw him under the bus for some of the comments that he made tonight. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, should mess with the guy with the microphone, bro. But anyway, the Thunder, of course, lost 103-116. Valiant effort by guys, even though we're decimated by guys not being in the game. Down to one big guy. Sarr was the only big guy that we had because, of course, Roby was a late scratch. With him having back-to-back 20-point games, I thought that was going to really hurt us by not having his point production in there, and it ended up doing. And sorry about my nose. My sinuses are going crazy tonight simply because the weather. I mean, it's Oklahoma. I mean, yesterday it was 70-something. I'm sitting on the patio at Cat's Tavern and smoking a cigar and drinking a beer. And, tonight I've got a hoodie and coat on, and my nose is going crazy because the temperature dropped basically 40 or 50 degrees. So, welcome to living in Oklahoma. But anyway, to start out, my keys to the game were simple. We had to play perimeter defense that we did Friday night against Minnesota. Second of all, which means playing perimeter defense means keeping them out of the lane, keeping them in front of you, and then not let them shoot wide open shots for threes. That was the key. Second thing is control the paint by committee because we had only one big Sarr. So we started the game with Poku basically as our center tonight. So, and let's face it, Rudy Gobert, he's just a monster inside. Poku has no weight. And but I will say he did a pretty good job. We did a pretty good job by protecting the paint by committee, by everybody coming over, basically everybody SGA, everybody getting their hands on the ball. Every time he put the ball down, we got a chance to get a hand on it, making his life uncomfortable. And then we have to move without the basketball. And every time, like I said, we've cut down on our threes, moving without the basketball. We played fantastic. I mean, unbelievable how well we played when we do that. But the problem is we weren't finishing at the rim. And you got to finish at the rim. And I've talked about that over and over and over. Move it out the basketball, cut down on your threes, work on your mid-range. Because if you look at what Shea does, his mid-range has been unbelievable. So why would you work on your mid-range? Oh, that's right, it's the NBA and everybody thinks they're Golden State. Well, we're not. You're not. So work on your mid-range game. Knock down some shots. Shoot some threes here and there, but work on mid-range. We have certain guys, that's all they want to do is shoot threes. That's all they want to do. And when you look at the stats tonight, shooting the threes, the Thunder overall, which drives me crazy. I'm sorry. This weather's just driving me crazy. The Thunder were 8 for 40, and they were 23 for 52. That's not going to get it done on any level, guys. And that's a part of what happened tonight. The first quarter, what did I say? Keep the ball in front of it, get a hand on it. We were 2 for 8, they were 8 for 12. 36% field goal percentage for them, 58% for them, 36 for us. 8 for 12 from 3. That's unacceptable, guys. That is absolutely unacceptable. 8 for 12 from 3. But there was nothing we could do. But at the same time, when you look at it, we're only down by 9, 24-33. Why? Because Shea was doing his thing. So we come out the second quarter, and basically we started out with, I did not like this lineup, but we have what we have. It was Mann, Krejci, Waters, Maladon, and Sarr. That was our starting five. We did not score till 7 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the game when he substituted and brought SGA back in the game. Score was 24-33. We did not score till SGA came back in the game with 7 minutes and 34 seconds. Normally they sub in around the 6 minute mark, but you just can't leave him. You can't leave him on the bench where you have nobody scoring. We're not getting any points. They brought Poku in there to get some points. He couldn't score. He couldn't deliver. Doesn't matter. You got guys in there who cannot play on this level. I've said it over and over and over. But at the same time, you're giving these guys a chance to prove themselves because Robinson Earl is out, Dort is out, Giddy's out, Roby was out. Wiggins, fortunately, he came back tonight. So that's what you're playing with. That's what you're playing with. And we just got exposed. We can't guard anybody. Now, that being said, we did a great job of staying in the game. Because why? Overall, once SGA starts going and he relieves the pressure from the other guys having to do stuff that they're not capable of doing. Baisley, Poku, you're not facilitators. Quit trying to do things you're not capable of doing. You cannot bring the ball up the court and try to throw a pass. This is not the G League. This is the NBA. The stuff you get away with down there, you do not get away with up here. It doesn't work that way. So anyway, into the second quarter, score 45-61. We were 1 for 11 for that quarter. Excuse me. They were 6 for 13, which left us 3 for 19 overall. They were 14 for 25. We're shooting 40%. They're shooting 50. Now remember, they were shooting 58%. We were shooting 36. So we went up 4 points, and we knocked them down 8 points. Kept the game close, but they stretched out so far on us because we could not score the basketball and needed SGA to come back in and deliver and save us. And that's why we had a chance to stay close. But we cut the lead to 45-61. We were down 23, and we cut the lead into it simply because, like I said, and I know I sound like a broken record on this deal, but when you have these guys in here, yeah, they're great little players and they're really nice, but they're G League players. They're not NBA players. But they're getting the most to get some tape on themselves to make themselves more available to somebody else, another team down the road if the Thunder chooses not to keep them. You know, they better be lucky I'm not have a part of that because these guys will be history. But that being said, my boy Randy Wright, the start of the third quarter, they came out. Same five to start the game, which was SGA, Wiggins, Mann, Baisley, and Poku. That was the starting five. Not bad. Came back out. We made some runs, and we got back within. Every time we make a run, they come back. We got within 11, and this is what happened. We're down 11. We cut into the lead. Oh my God! I can't. My mind just went blank. My head is hurting so bad. Anyway, Mitchell shoots a shot, gets us on rebound, scores. We come down, miss a layup. They come down, Bogdanovich knocks down a three. We come down, we miss a three by Baisley. They come back down, Rudy Gobert scores in the paint. All of a sudden, all the run that you made, everything you did, ended. You get the shot that you want, Donovan Mitchell taking a horrible three, but then you don't box him out, he gets his rebound, finishes. Then you come down, you miss a layup. Then you come back and you leave Bogdanovich wide open, and he held 11 threes tonight. And at one point, they made 6 straight threes on us. 6 straight threes. Now, they are the best three-point shooting team in the league, and it showed tonight. But when you leave guys who can shoot the ball wide open, you don't get a hand on them, or you come at them late once they've took a look at the basket, it's over. It doesn't matter if they get a look and then you come trying to run out there late. It's too late. They're going to knock down the shot. So, Lindy Waters did hit 2 threes. He went 2 for 2. And my boy Randy Wright says, well, you know what? That's like water under the bridge. Really, Randy? Water under the bridge. Not going to talk about what he gave up on the defensive end. Let's highlight Lindy's good points because he is an OSU boy. So he did knock down 2 for 2 on 3. That he had 2 for 2 on his threes. Love that about that. And he shoots 51% in the G League. Of course, this is the NBA, not the G League, but you know he's got to be shooting somewhere around 40% if he wants to stay on this roster and be able to play. He's got to come in because he can't really defend. So, like I've said before, you don't need to have shooters if they're scoring 6 points to give it up 14. He had a nice block on Clarkson for a dunk, but it was Clarkson. But still, he got the dunk. He made a nice couple plays on defense, but for the most part, he gives up 16 points. So you can't really score. You can't have a guy out there if he's negative. If it doesn't do you good to score 6 points, plus you got a block, so I'm gonna give you 8, and then you give up 16. That doesn't help. The numbers don't match. But if he can come in for short spurts and go 2 for 4, 2 for 5 from 3, and knock down for short periods when we need him to come in and knock down some shots, boom, pull him back out because they're just going to attack him right away, like I would do. Like I said all the time, it's about matchups. So at the end of the third quarter, they were 2 for 10. We were 5 for 14 for that quarter. 2 for 10, 5 for 14. They're now shooting 48%. Remember, they went 58 to 50 to 48. And Thunder does what the Thunder does. We start slowing down teams. We don't let them score as many points. We make it tough for them. Our defense is very, very good. First quarter, they had 33. Second quarter, they had 28. Third quarter, they had 30. We went 24, 21, 31. Now remember, we had, at the end of the first quarter, we had, where was it at? The end of the first quarter, the score was 21-33. 21-33 at the end of the first quarter. 21-33. And remember, 24-33. And we did not score until 7 minutes to go in the quarter when Shea got in there. And we scored 21 points in 7.5 minutes. We didn't score for 7 minutes. Shea comes in the game, boom, 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 and then bam, here's the go. That's what happened. 7 minutes to go, we scored 21 points because we brought Shea back in the game. We got guys who cannot play, guys. But you know what? They're out there, and the one thing I can say about them on a positive note, we play hard. We don't give up the ghost easily. We don't let you come in out. Friday was an anomaly. And like I said all the time in the NBA, if a team gets hot on you, you're in trouble. But we don't match up well with Minnesota. We match up well with the Jazz. And if we had the rest of our players, it would make it even tougher on them. If we had Dort, if we had Giddey, if we had Robinson Earl, if we had Roby, if we had Muscala, it would make it a lot tougher on them to do what they do. Okay? So, but once again, I saw the stat. We are 9-23 at home. 9-23 at home, and we're 11-21 on the road. That's crazy, isn't it? We have a better away record. Why? And I talked about that the other night. We have a better away record because when you're away, you're close together as a unit. You do everything together. You eat together. You hang out together. You do stuff together. When you're at home, you got family issues. You got this. You got people wanting tickets. You got all these distractions. And then you don't have the home crowd in there lifting you up. And then Oklahoma City's where we're losing. Why are we going to go support them? Well, if you support them and you go to games, that might help them win a few. Because I can promise you, we had KD and Russell and Harden and Ibaka, even when we lost James. We still were the number one home court advantage in the NBA. Why? Because we have crazy fans who understand basketball. Because most of them are OSU fans, of course, which you understand basketball. Now, if we had an NFL team, it'd be OU fans. But we understand the game. We understand what we're doing. But when you don't have your fans supporting you and you're a young team and you're going to have your ups and downs, but you have that team back there, and I can promise you, I can't tell you how many games we probably won, minimum of probably 5 to 10 games that we won a year, playing at home simply because our fans. Simply because the fans got into the game and were going crazy, and then all of a sudden we make a steal and get a dunk. Like we had a nice steal today, I believe. Who was it? It was Wiggins. Got a nice steal and a dunk. Yay! Yay! It's a huge difference. You got to start going to the games, guys. Now, credit at the beginning of the year, nobody knew who our players were. Nobody knew what kind of team we had. Well, hey, we have a good team. We're young. We're beat up, and we're still staying in games. We're not getting blown out. Saved the game, like I said, was an anomaly against Minnesota. But they've blown us out twice because we do not match up well with them. That's the problem. But I love our effort. I love the fact that we don't give up. I love the fact that we're only a few players away. We really are. And I keep saying that. We got Sar. He's not bad. He just needs some weight on him. But he's a 7-footer. I can't tell you how many shots he, got up and, got his hand or got deflected or misdirected or whatever because he's going up after the ball. It makes a huge difference having a big guy. It really, truly does in there. Now, he is not physically strong enough to really do a whole lot by trying to get his hands on ball, but he plays hard. And he's a nice project and he can be stronger. So I don't mind having him in. But, college, there's some bigs out there that you could go that are 6'10", 6'11", and athletic and have a little weight on them. But the bottom line is you can't let Bogdanovich hit 11 threes. He went crazy on us. And then we got within 9, bam, Bogdanovich for a 3. Get within 10, boom, Bogdanovich for 3. And in the second half, it's the fourth quarter, they only made 4 threes. But when did they make them? When they needed them. They were 4 for 13, and they made them when they needed them at the end of the game. They shot 44%. Now think about that. 58 to 50 to 48 to 44. With backups. G League players. We still stayed with them. And remember, they were up 23 at one point, and we fought all the way back to within 9. But once again, a veteran team, which we do not have. We're young. They're a veteran. You get within 9, boom, one of the veteran players comes up with a big shot or big play. They get a rebound off a long shot. Give them an extra possession. They scored the next time on a 3. You're down 9. You get them a bad shot. You don't get the rebound. They come back. Bogdanovich hits a 3. It's a 5-point swing, 6-point swing right there. So anyway, I want to say that I'm proud of our guys. Once again, we fought hard. Thunder losing 103 to 116, falling 20 to 44. The Jazz are 40 and 23. It was a great effort by our team. And remember, we're 9 and 23 at home. Think about that, guys. 9 and 23 at home. And we're 11 and 21 on the road. That should be flip-flopped. But now that we got SGA back, like I said, I believe we would have won probably 5 or 6 more games, maybe even 7 more games if he'd have been in the lineup. Because we're a completely different team with him going. And I think that a lot of our players should take his lead. He doesn't shoot that many threes. Why? Because he gets to the basket. Knock down mid-range jump shots, guys. 2 points is better than no points. Yeah, 3 is great. But if you miss it, long 3, long rebound, transition basket on the other side. Once again, I'm proud of our guys. I hope people start going to the games again, enjoying the experience. Thunder, 103-116, falling to 20 and 44. Great game by the guys. Falling back 23. They could have just gave up, but they didn't. Proud of them. Anyway, everybody stay warm, stay safe, and I'll holler at you tomorrow for the unpopular hour in the morning. And then Tuesday night is the Milwaukee Bucks. And I will say this, for Mark Long and Randy Wright, they both know I've been talking trash about Rumble and his backward shots. So Randy, my boy Randy Wright's trying to talk the Thunder into me doing a challenge versus Rumble from 3 with had back because I talk about I can make that shot. And he hits the rim 1 out of 3 times. So you give me 3 times, I'm going to hit the rim. I might not make it, but I'm going to make 1 shot. I think I can make 1 out of 3, if not 2 out of 3. But the difference is at Santa Fe Family Life Center, the courts are 48 by 84, not 50 by 94. So there's an extra 5 feet. So I'm going to have to go practice tomorrow and Tuesday. Anyway, everybody be safe tonight. Stay warm. Peace out. Thanks for watching After the Storm with your host, Matt Clark.